Hello, this is Small Archangel. Welcome to the beautiful world of Salt. This is a recently released indie game. It's not on full release. It's still alpha, so it's still early access. It's available on Steam. There is actually a free demo as well of it, so you can try before you buy, which is not something we usually can rely on. But yeah, in this case it's good, and this is actually the free demo that I have here, so I'm doing a bit of a gameplay demo today, but just so you can see exactly what you can expect from this game, which is just a little bit different. If you like exploration and survival, then this is probably going to be the kind of game that you'll enjoy. At least that's what I'm banking on, because that's my bag, baby. Here we go, create a new game. If you play the demo world, which is what I have here, so far as I can make out, it's the same pretty much as you get in the full game, only perhaps a smaller world. So in the full game you probably expect rather more islands. In this one there's about half a dozen islands, and perhaps more variety as well. Maybe there's something you wouldn't get access to all objects in this simply because you're not going to be able to craft them, you're not going to be able to find all the materials, but it gives you a good flavour of how the game's going to be and how it's going to advance as well. Obviously not all features are currently implemented here. Okay, so here we are on our starter island. In our default seed, in the full game you can set your own seed, of course. The seed system is such that if you have the same seed as someone else, you will have exactly the same world and you will spawn in exactly the same place as whoever else is playing that seed. Currently there's no co-op available, nothing like that, but it does mean, I suppose, that you can at least let other people know where good stuff is or where to avoid, whatever. Anyway, so this game's quite nice. Visuals, I quite like the visuals. They're cartoony, they're very basic. We're not talking high res, but you do get good FPS. That's the balance from that. And the shading and the lighting is really nice too. It's very, I don't know, atmospheric. I quite like the chilled out atmosphere of it. Particularly on your starting island, where you don't find everything you might need, perhaps, forcing you to move to other islands, but there are no hostile mobs either, which is quite nice. Controller will be implemented, but currently isn't fully. Okay, we don't get very much help, but we do get that first prompt there telling us to press H. This is available to us at any time we like. You've got all your controls, more information about inventory, crafting, survival, that kind of thing, which you can click on any time you like, so you don't need to try and memorize the whole thing at once, and you don't need to exit to a different menu to access that. Your inventory is in the tab key. We have 4 little symbols, which are very basic and not perhaps particularly easy to understand to start with, but I think this one here is either weapons or tools. I think that might be a tool, and then that one's weapon, and maybe they're the other way around, can't remember. This is consumables. To start with, this is the only thing you have in there. We'll come back to that in a moment. And this is materials, and that's miscellaneous. So to start with, you're literally standing there with nothing on as far as we're aware. You can craft clothing and armour and things with nothing. The only thing we have is this strange journal, which if we double click on things in the inventory they pop up, which basically just gives you a little bit of backstory, saying found you unconscious on this island, and tells you that there is a chest somewhere on the island which is unlocked, so we should probably look for that chest. That should probably be one of the things that we do to try and get off the island. And then the other one is a crafting book, which just gives you some basic crafting recipes for general weapons, and then boats. That's going to be pretty important. We're going to need a boat to get out of here, and that's actually quite a lot of the gameplay is making yourself a boat, and I think that's the only we've only got 2 recipes to start with to go for that, so we're probably going to end up on a basic little raft, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to head on down here, and there are various things that we can collect in our travels, and we should probably collect as much as we can. To start with, I'll have that log. Okay, and if I then go into my inventory in materials, we have a common wood log. If I press C, the crafting menu comes up. If you double click on the log, it will go in there, and we see the one and only thing that we can craft, which I'm going to, is this club. That will then go into my inventory in one of these tabs, this one, so that must be the weapons tab. Okay. To close out the crafting menu, otherwise I won't be able to do this. If I double click, I've now got a club, which is a crude weapon. It's not ever so effective. No, I'm not hitting this because I'm mad. You can't chop trees down. The logs and the wood you collect is literally just lying around as logs on the floor, so you have to pick those up. But this kind of tree here grows fruit, which sometimes you can see, sometimes you can't. If it's red, you can see it. If it's green, you're probably not going to. And if you hit the tree, it will drop that fruit and you can collect it. You can eat the fruit, and I think there's other uses for it as well. We do have food requirements. The green bar at the bottom left, the thick one, is your food bar, so you can see mine's going down already. The red one to the right is the health bar, and the thin green bar on the left is actually my stamina bar. So we use up stamina by doing things like attacking or running or sneaking, actually. So watch that. Okay, and here we have one stone block. Okay, stone is useful for all sorts of things. I've only discovered half of it myself at this point. I haven't logged much time in this game at all, so I'm really not over sure what I'm doing with it at this time. So, welcome to my world. Okay, oh, we have a pickaxe here. Now, whether you're in the default world, as I am in, because that's the only one you've got access to in the demo, or if you're in a seed you've set yourself, the starting island should be the same in as much as it has no hostile mobs, and it'll probably have a similar kind of set of resources on it, so not everything that you need, but everything you need to build a boat and get off there. You should also be able to find a pickaxe lying around somewhere, and you should also be able to find the chest that I'm currently searching for. That should be around as well, and probably somewhere. Oh, I found an exceptional stem of bamboo. This is good news because it means that hopefully I can build a fishing rod at some point, though I will need some other materials before I can complete that. Okay, just having a look to see if I can see any fruit hanging off that tree, but I don't think it's the right kind of tree, actually. I don't think so. Anyway, back to the search for the chest. What you do find with this game is it's quite easy to get disoriented. It's not easy to find your way around. There's no map. There's no hand-holding in that sense. There's no compass even. You don't know which direction you're facing in, and you can find yourself going round and around and around. Even on the starter island, which is quite small, you can find yourself just walking around in circles quite a lot. So, especially if you get distracted as I do and sort of don't carry on in the direction you intended to carry on in. Yay! Chest! Okay, here it is. Alright, so it's unlocked. We can just loot it straight away. We can see it contains cloth watch, 4 wooden logs, some gold coins. They're only going to be useful if we find a merchant, and I understand they're pretty rare. I've never found one. Coal and plant fibre, so we're going to just loot the lot of that. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have sufficient wood logs yet to build my boat. And I found some more bamboo. Great, okay. Well, you can break down bamboo into fibres, plant fibres as well, and you can find plants that will give you plant fibres also. So, and they're useful because you can turn them into cloth, and there's probably other recipes you can turn them into as well. The crafting menu is quite good because if you double click on anything, you can see exactly what it will turn into, and if you combine that, you can see that you can craft something else there. We can turn this into either a bow, as in bow and arrow, or we can turn it into a tripwire for enemies, I guess. Okay, so, and then double clicking puts them in there and takes them out of there as well. I've got 9 logs and 2 cloth watches, which means that I can craft my first raft. Craft a raft. So I'm going to put that in there, and that in there, and that should enable me to craft a raft. So here we go. Okay, so suspending your disbelief of how I fitted that craft in my pocket, nonetheless, it is in my boat inventory, which we can access by pressing B. There it is. So, excuse me. But I also, while I'm about it with the crafting recipes, I want to craft a torch. This is going to be useful when it gets dark, because it can get really quite dark, actually, in game. The other thing that we can do in here, we can actually hotkey these items just by hovering over them and pressing whatever number key you want. So there we go. We've got 1, 2 and 3 on my torch, my club and my pickaxe. So that's great. Okay, so I've got my raft now. I'm going to quit this island. Oh, and typically I'm on the side of the island where you can't see any other islands. So it's probably going to be a good idea to go towards there. Now, if you can see, I hope you can see just in the distance there, there is a pirate boat. I know it's a pirate boat because it can't be anything else. No multiplayer here. It's got to be a pirate boat. We can, and I would really like to, go and raid that, because I'm pretty sure there's some good booty on there. However, with a wooden stick in my hand, I don't think so. No. I think I'm going to be avoiding hard combat for a while, so we'll see if we can go somewhere that perhaps doesn't have hard enemies. There is an island there, but I think we'll go to that little one over there with trees on it. Okay. So, to launch your raft, we can swim, but it uses up a lot of stamina and takes forever, so let's not do that. We've built a boat for a reason. You are too far away to play. Okay, let's actually go in the water. There we go. And it's on my head. Yeah, the boat physics can be interesting. We'll have to catch the thing now. Okay, get on it. There we go. Alright, here we go. So, the raft is cute. It's stinky. We can put the sail up like that. And then we have the tiller at the back here. The trouble with that is you have to look the wrong way and have to keep turning around, unless I'm doing something really stupidly wrong here. I don't think I am. In order to, I guess, a little bit of getting used to. There we go, and I have to just turn a little bit more like that. And it's quite difficult to judge as well whether it's actually straight or not. So you'll find you turn around and it's still curving to the left. No, the other way. Oh gosh, I will get used to this. Okay, and we just want to curve to that way a little, I think. And now we should be going straight, except we're not. Roll on the time when I can build the better boat, which has a steering wheel, a ship's wheel, which means I can actually face forward and yeah, and steer at the same time, so I can see where I'm going. Okay, that'll be good. So we can see quite a few islands here. And my sail. Thankfully you don't have to turn yourself into the wind or anything. It's not exactly a sailing simulator, but it's quite nice. Anyway, a little bit more perhaps. I always go the wrong way. Yeah. Oh heck, we'll beach ourselves here, it's fine. And you just carry on until you ram. There we are. Okay. Oh, and here we are on a new island. Now, the raft will actually stay there, but we don't have to rely on being able to find it again, which is just as well, considering how long it can take to find anything around these parts. It will just stay in your inventory, and so you can just walk up to any bit of water, wade in or go, close enough to it, and then launch it again, and so that's one less thing to worry about. I heard a noise, but I didn't get any fruit. That's... We could have a few glitches here and there, but... Oh well, it's always worth looking out for. As I say, you don't actually starve to death in this game when your hunger bar runs flat, but... Yeah, it has some negative impact, so it's as well to try and keep it full. No dice. Okay. Right, I have no idea what to expect on this island. There could be hostile mobs here, I don't know. The only hostiles I have encountered so far have been spiders, which only come out at night. There are certain things, hostiles and collectibles, that come out only at night. Oh, flowers. Excellent. Yes, we want some of those. The white flowers can be made into a health potion, I think. Yeah, and And pirates. Pirates is the other hostile mob that you can encounter. Boom, boom. Ah, it's some primitive music. Yay, there we go. It's a bit more stone. And another plant. Okay. Oh, and some more. Okay, so I think that's what I've come here for, is these plants. But yeah, come night time, yeah, nightfall, there's reasons to wander about because... Oh, another plant. We can find out what these are for by going into our crafting menu and just experimenting a bit. But yes, if you wander around at night, you will get attacked by spiders, so make sure you have something to attack them with. You can attack with a pickaxe as well. It's about as effective, or perhaps even more effective, than my wooden club here, but I like to have a wooden club to hit trees with. You can hit trees with a pickaxe as well, I think. No, no. Face it, not going to get anything from that. So there you have it. The basic premise of the game is to gather resources, craft things. I'm not even sure what things at this point. You find out as you go. Did anything come? No. I don't think so. Yeah, you find out as you go. You explore. The game doesn't help you out that much. You really have to find things out for yourself. And ultimately, what you're after is being able to go and find one of those pirate ships and take whatever loot it's got and maybe even sail it away yourself, which would be nice, be kind of cool. And again, if you've got the full game, I think there's rather more variety to the islands as well. There's more resources to gather, more advanced pirates to fight, and when the game is finished, who knows what we can expect. Okay, so before I sign off for this, let's just have a look at my crafting menu and see if there's anything exciting I can make with any of this stuff. I'm not sure if, when we put things in there, I'm not sure if the game will decide that I'm actually trying to craft something with all of these items or with just some of them. I think maybe it will decide I'm trying to craft with all of them, so that's not going to help me very much. I need to put in specific items like that. You can see with wood logs and flint stones I can craft arrows. I need a bow for that really. And a campfire. Now a campfire is a pretty good thing to make actually, so I'm going to have a campfire because when darkness falls, and it will before too much longer, when darkness falls, and there it is in my creative tab, we can place this campfire. Let's do that now. We can place this campfire, and on the beach here we'll be fairly safe. The hostiles do tend to hang around in the trees and things I've spotted. Double click on that, there you go. We can place it somewhere. Let's just stick it there. There we are. Okay, and we can even rotate it if the mood takes us. And when you click on that, you get a rest and a save menu, so you can use this as a save thing, and you can also rest. Now I don't really want to rest at the moment, so I'm just going to click escape and save it for night time. That will also help you to heal if your health meter is down, but only if... Ooh, looks like there's another pirate boat over there. That's worth remembering. Yeah, you will also heal up, but only if you have enough food in your food bar, or your food meter. As I say, once that's empty, you're not going to heal up anymore either. So it's pretty much game over until you manage to find some more food, because every time you get attacked by a pirate or a spider or anything else that they put into the game, you're just going to keel over with one blow. So there we go. So there we go. There's my first gameplay demo of this. If I get any further and figure it out a bit better, I might do another one, but so far it's looking like a pretty nice game. This has been a peaceful episode. We haven't encountered any hostile mobs, so I might do another one just for the combat so you can see what that's like. It's pretty basic, but then it's a nice all-rounder, this game. It's got lots to offer, I think, and it'll be interesting to see how it develops in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and look out in case I do another one. There's not very many videos of this game yet, I don't think, because it's, as I say, it's pretty new and fairly unheard of. Google it, there's not a lot out there. So okay, until next time, enjoy. Leave me on my beach with the sun going down and the moon coming up, and I'll rest, I think, just to make sure I don't die in the night. But pretty dark too. Okay, signing out. See you later, folks.